Imagine this. You're lying in bed. The room is dark. Your mind is racing. You've done the affirmations. You've repeated the mantras. You've visualized your dream life with all your heart, but nothing's changed. The job still sucks. The bank account is still empty. The relationship is still broken. You whisper to yourself, "Why isn't it working?" And then a voice, quiet but sharp like a blade in the dark, slices through the silence. Because it's not magic. It's a method. Welcome to the truth behind manifestation. Before we go further, if you've ever felt that your faith in manifesting has been shaken, this is for you. And if you've tried and failed, tried and doubted, tried and been laughed at by your own logical mind, stay. This might be the moment your entire perspective flips. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe, join this channel, because here we don't just talk dreams, we decode them. We don't chant empty phrases, we unlock them with truth. Now, let me tell you a story, one I've never told publicly. There was a time in my life not long ago when everything felt fake. I was pretending to be spiritual, pretending to have it all figured out. I was manifesting, like the book said, write it down, visualize it, speak it aloud, feel it. But inside, I was frustrated, anxious, bitter, until one day something happened. A complete stranger, a street musician, no shoes, no teeth, looked at me and said, "You can't call it in from the universe if you don't know where to send the letter." It hit me. I had been treating manifestation like it was a magic spell. But manifestation, real manifestation, it's not a spell. It's a system, a technology of the soul. And every system needs rules. Every technology needs input. So let me ask you something. Have you ever asked for something, but didn't even really know why you wanted it? A new car, a bigger house, a soulmate? But what if I told you most of the time the things you're asking for aren't even yours? They're echoes. Society's wants, your parents' dreams, Instagram's illusion. And here's where most people go wrong. They think the universe responds to vague hopes and random desires. It doesn't. It responds to clarity, to alignment, to the precise vibration of truth. So if you're still listening, here's your first clue to unlocking the truth. The universe is not your genie. It's your mirror. Let that sink in. It doesn't give you what you beg for. It reflects back what you truly believe you are. And that's the terrifying part, because now it's not about wishing anymore. It's about changing something deep, something internal. And that's where we begin. Before you can manifest anything, money, love, freedom, you must first do the one thing most people are terrified to do. Look inward. Ask yourself, do I actually want this, or do I think I'm supposed to want this? If you've ever been told you're not enough unless you have certain things, this truth will challenge you. If you've been conditioned to believe desire is selfish, this method will liberate you. Because manifestation, real manifestation, isn't about greed. It's about alignment. Not aligning to the trend, not aligning to what sells or impresses, but aligning to your soul's code, the frequency buried underneath years of programming. There is no magic in that, but there is something more powerful. A method that doesn't just change your outer world, it changes the core of who you are. And once you shift that, the world around you has no choice but to shift with you. Stick around, because in a moment, we'll dive deep into the most ancient truths behind this method. From spiritual scriptures to modern neuroscience, from Jesus to Buddha to Rumi and beyond, you'll see this isn't a new age fantasy. It's the oldest system, the method that bends reality, not by force, but by frequency. So take a breath, look inside, and remember, it's not magic. It's a method. You remember where we left off, right? It's not magic. It's a method. But what if I told you this method isn't new? It's ancient, woven into the pages of holy texts, whispered in temples, buried under layers of ritual and misinterpretation. You see, before the word manifestation became popular on TikTok, it already existed in the teachings of every major spiritual path, but not as wishful thinking, as alignment, as reality co-creation. Let me take you back, way back. In the book of Proverbs, King Solomon said, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." Notice the word heart, not just mind, because the ancients knew thoughts alone are weak, but thought with emotion, that's alchemy. Now fast forward to the Buddha sitting beneath the Bodhi tree. He wasn't praying for riches. He wasn't chanting for a new job. He was aligning with the truth. His realization: what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. Sound familiar? Let me go deeper. In the Gospel of Mark, Jesus says something wild. Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. Not will receive, have received. That's not metaphor, that's vibrational alignment. Believing it's already done is the frequency that brings it into form. That, my friend, is the method. But here's the twist. Most people stop at the thinking or the wishing or the vision board on the fridge. They never go deep enough to activate the full method. So now I'm going to show you what those ancient teachings actually imply. The structure behind the mystery. It has 4 core elements. 1, clarity of desire. 2, emotional alignment. 3, energetic projection. 4, inspired action. Let's walk through it, not as theory, but as experience. 1, clarity of desire. Imagine placing an order at a restaurant, but instead of saying what you want, you mumble, just something nice, something yummy. What do you get? Nothing. Confusion. A waiter who walks away annoyed. The universe works the same. Vague desires create vague results. Here's the truth bomb. If you can't describe what you want in one clear sentence, you're not ready to receive it. Let that sit with you. Clarity isn't selfish, it's sacred. It means you know yourself. You've excavated the fake desires, the social programming, and you've found the real signal underneath the noise. Now, once you've got that clear, you move to step 2. 2, emotional alignment. This is where most people fail. They want a better life, but they feel unworthy of it. They visualize abundance while carrying guilt in their chest. They speak love while feeling fear in their bones. The universe doesn't hear your words, it hears your vibration. Let me repeat that. It doesn't respond to what you say, it responds to what you feel consistently. So here's the key. If you desire peace, you must find a way to feel peaceful now. Not when the money comes, not when the relationship arrives, but now. Because if your frequency is stress, the only thing you can attract is more stress. That's why Jesus said, believe you have received it. Because the feeling of already having it is what brings it in. And science backs this up. Studies in neuroscience show that the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So when you truly feel like your desire is already real, your body, your hormones, your energy all begin to shift. Your behavior changes, your awareness sharpens. That's not magic, that's biology. And when your emotional field matches your desired reality, you've created a magnetic signal that draws that reality toward you. 3, energetic projection. Let's take this even deeper. Have you ever walked into a room and felt someone's energy before they spoke? Like they were sad or angry or joyful without a word? That's the energetic field. We all have one. And it communicates constantly with the world. When you broadcast lack, fear, desperation, you repel what you desire. But when you broadcast calm confidence, gratitude, certainty, you draw it in. This is why practices like meditation, breath work, gratitude journaling aren't just woo-woo. They are tools to stabilize your frequency. Because your energy isn't a side effect of your mood, it's the engine of your attraction. 4, inspired action. Now here's the final piece, where dream meets discipline. Many manifestation teachings stop at the vibe, but energy without motion is a fantasy. Manifestation requires movement, not random hustle, not desperate chasing, but inspired action, the kind of movement that feels natural, electric, undeniable. It might be a phone call, a walk, a message, a step. You'll know it's inspired because it feels less like work and more like alignment. That's when you're no longer forcing reality, you're dancing with it. And just when you think this is all abstract, let me give you a real story. There was a woman who had been broke for years. She wrote in her journal daily, I am wealthy. She visualized a home, she felt it, breathed it, but nothing changed until one day she acted. She walked into a bookstore, felt drawn to a certain book on finance, and read a chapter that sparked a new idea. She followed it. She created a service from scratch, and within a year, she had made her first 6 figures. Not because of luck, because she aligned. Clarity, emotion, energy, action. That is the method. And once you understand this, the game changes. So if this is starting to resonate with you, don't just listen. Subscribe now. Share this with someone who's been doubting, because what we're doing here isn't trending content, it's truth decoding. And next, you'll see how this method doesn't just work, it works faster than you think. Because there's one hidden factor that speeds it up beyond belief, and we're about to expose it. Stay with me. So, you know the method now: clarity, emotional alignment, energetic projection, inspired action. But here's the truth most people miss. Even if they do everything right, they still ask, why is it taking so long? Why does it feel like some people manifest overnight, while others wait for years? The answer is both shocking and incredibly simple. It all comes down to one hidden factor: your level of belief. Not surface level belief, not saying, I hope this works, not let's see what happens. I'm talking about cell deep, bone deep, soul rooted certainty. The kind of belief that doesn't wait for signs because it is the sign. Let me show you what I mean. There's a story, almost forgotten now, about a village suffering through a brutal drought. Crops were dying, livestock perishing, the rivers had shrunk to muddy whispers. The villagers decided to gather in the town square and pray for rain. Hundreds came, but only one child brought an umbrella. That, right there, is the accelerator. Belief. She wasn't hoping, she knew it would rain, and that expectation shifts everything. It changes how you walk, how you speak, what you notice, what you're willing to risk. It flips the script from waiting to receiving. Let me give it to you straight. You cannot manifest what you secretly believe is impossible. If deep down you doubt your worthiness, if you're still carrying shame, guilt, or fear, if your subconscious says, that's too big for me, then no matter how many affirmations you chant, nothing's moving. Because the signal you're sending out is scrambled. That's why this method is not just about technique, it's about identity transformation. You don't manifest from who you were, you manifest from who you are becoming. Now here's what's wild. Once you combine clarity, emotion, action, and belief, the time lag collapses. That's when you hear people say, things just started happening out of nowhere. No, not out of nowhere. From alignment, from a clean signal, from a vibrational field so clear, the universe has no choice but to respond. Let me share one last story. It's about a man named Elias. I met him during a retreat in Costa Rica. Elias used to sleep on a friend's couch, depressed, hopeless, addicted to doubt. Then one night, he wrote a single sentence on a scrap of paper. I am the man who makes impossible things happen. He read it every morning. He visualized a version of himself that no longer existed, but he felt it anyway. He started waking up early, cold showers, journaling, walking for hours with podcasts in his ears. He didn't know how. He didn't have a plan. But his belief had shifted. Fast forward 18 months. Elias now runs a wellness brand, owns land in 2 countries, and speaks to thousands. Not because of privilege, not because of luck, because of alignment, because of belief, because he finally stopped waiting for permission. So now it's your turn. If you've watched this far, it means something inside you is stirring. You're not here by accident. The old you, the one who waits, doubts, hesitates, is quietly fading. The new you, the one who lives by method, not magic, is rising. And it all begins right now. Before you close this video, I want you to do just one thing. Decide. Decide that you are no longer going to try manifestation. Decide that you are going to live it, embody it, right now. Write down what you want with absolute clarity. Feel it as if it's done. Breathe like it's already yours. Walk like it's already unfolding. And when that whisper inside says, but what if it doesn't happen? You answer back, what if it already has? This is your reminder. It's not magic. It's not luck. It's not reserved for the chosen few. It's a method. And now you know it. So if this video awakens something in you, hit that subscribe button, not just for more content, but for a journey that never ends. Because here at this channel, we go deeper than surface level tips. We explore transformation. We turn seekers into creators, doubters into believers, wanderers into masters of their reality. So let's build a tribe right here, right now. Comment below, I'm ready. Let the world know, let your future self know, and come back. Because what we're building, it's not just a movement. It's a miracle in motion, one that started the moment you pressed play. Thank you for watching. And remember, it's not magic, it's a method. And now it's your method.